And most honored guests. Certainly we have a full house tonight. I appreciate that. Great to see so many folks out here tonight. I know a lot happening with springtime in the air, 90 degrees today. Phenomenal. Now, you heard I'm a rock and roll singer. I've got a talk show with my wife. I've got children. And now I'm going to tap dance for you? Not quite. Although I can do a little soft shoe, but I'm not going to do that tonight. What I'm going to speak about is a tremendous technique. And I've touched on this before in the meetings about a year and a half ago. And with this speech, I wanted to simplify the process for people. What I'm going to talk about is a process called EFT. It's short for Emotional Freedom Technique. And basically what it is it's a process that's based on the energy meridians of the body. It goes back to ancient Oriental medicine, where the body is there's energy that runs through the body. The body is one big electrical system. And when we have negative thoughts, when we have negative emotions, when we have issues that arrive in our lives, it's because of an energy blockage in your system. So this technique that I'm going to demonstrate for you, and we're actually going to be a little foolish, I'm going to ask that everybody join in, so if we all do it together, we'll all look like fools. It's actually pretty foolish looking, but it is highly effective, and it can really change your life. It really can, and I can speak to the testament of that. So the goal of my speech is getting comfortable with visual aids. So I did bring, I hope you, obviously art is in one of my finer voices. So this might be a little bit tough to see for the room, so I did print out kind of a step-by-step process for doing the process, and then also on the back is a list of what are called the tapping points, or the energy meridian points. And each one of these points is actually the tip of one of the energy meridians that moves through the body. So, again, we all have issues, whether it be anger, maybe you're scared about your finances, maybe you're out of a job and you've got issues surrounding that. Maybe it's anger at your spouse. I mean, there's people here with relationships. Does anybody ever get angry at their significant other? No anger. Okay, so maybe you guys don't need this, but I know Sandy and I use this extensively. Being entrepreneurs, it's tough to disassociate sometimes where the relationship as husband and wife or as business partners ends. So we're both strong personalities. We can get into issues. And we found that we're on our way to a business meeting. If we get in conflict, the most beneficial thing that we can do for ourselves is to go through this tapping process. And the people that drive by us on 287 are what the heck are those people doing? And you'll see when I demonstrate the process for you. So the first step in the process is to identify what the issue is. Okay, so it can work for physical or it can work for mental issues, those types of things. One issue that I've used it for, and I guess I've probably put Tagnit and Rolaids out of business, because I used to get a lot of agita. Let's say if I ate Italian food or pizza, not here of course, but if I were to eat those types of things, I'd get a little heartburn or something in the throat. So one issue that I use, and I'm going to demonstrate the process with, let's say, the heartburn for you guys, and then we can kind of go through it together. So what you do is there's either one or two points that you can start at. You can start at either the karate chop point, which is right here, located right here on this part of your hand. Or there's also what's called a sore spot, which I didn't indicate on this visual aid, but you will see it on the handout, and that's like right in around here. The most simple process to use is the karate chop point. Okay, that way you don't have to, if you go like this, you can feel the sore spot. I mean, it's right in there. It's on both sides. But this is really the easiest. So you begin tapping, and you identify the problem. So you're going to say, instead of the agita, let's just use this problem. So everybody's got their own issues, and you can substitute your own for that. So you'll just begin tapping here, and you're going to say 3 times. So you're going to say, even though I have this problem, I deeply and completely love and respect myself.
I deeply and completely love and respect myself.
Even though I have this problem, I deeply and completely love and respect myself.
I deeply and completely love and respect myself.
Even though I have this problem, I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself.
So it's 3 times that you're doing it, right? And then you're going to move through the process here. You're going to start with this point. It's the eyebrow point. You can do it with one hand. You can do it with 2 hands, either hand, doesn't matter. You're going to get the same result. So then whatever this problem we're going to use. So you've done this setup, it's called the setup. So then you tap on here, you say, this problem. It could be this anger, I'm so angry, I'm so angry. Move to the side, this problem, this problem, this problem. Under the eye, this problem, this problem. And you're going to go under the nose, this problem, I have this problem's driving me out of my mind. Under the chin, my wife, she's absolutely, and emotion, having the emotion in it really enhances the experience. Okay, then you're going to go to this collarbone point. The easiest way to instead of trying to find the point, is just to make your fist into a little ball like that. And tap lightly, like right on your Adam's apple, right where it curves down. This problem, I got this problem. My wife is driving me out of my mind. The kids are going crazy. Oh man, I got this speech coming up. I'm nervous about the speech. Okay, and then it's under the arm spot. Okay. This problem, and then you go to the top of the head. I like to use 2 hands. And our friend Carla Hugo, who has a website called getcoach.com, she says, it's like I'm just dancing on top of my head. So then what you want to do, and I skipped the part at the beginning, you want to identify the intensity of the feeling. So let's say you're angry. On a scale of 1 to 10, how angry are you? Well, let's say I was an 8. So you go through that process, okay, which is outlined in the handouts that I sent to you. Take a deep breath, and you take your temperature again. You're like, okay, maybe now I'm a 5. I'm feeling a little bit better. You go through the process again, okay? Take your temperature again. Oh, now I'm a 3. And you can continue, and you can switch it up. You can have fun with the words that you use, even though I still have this anger. Even though this anger is making me sick to my stomach, really get the emotion of it is really when you can get to the core of it, because what you're doing is you're clearing out the energy meridians and letting the energies flow through your body that much more quickly and that much easier. So I hope this is beneficial. I know that we use it, the kids use it, it's easy to teach to kids. I know I could probably cite 15 or 20 other examples. I wouldn't use the word cure, but my son used to be afraid of catching baseballs. I went through the tapping process just twice with him, and then I'm throwing the baseballs out. He's catching them, no flinching, no nothing. So you can go online and Google EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. Just Google EFT, and you'll find probably thousands of examples of the benefits of this process. Again, I hope we didn't all look too foolish today, but it is April Fool's, so. Madam Toastmaster?